So hey, I don't know what the timestamps are going to look like, but as we just go to the ending here, yeah, the title of the video is as it says. I'll let it rock, but I'll explain what's going on, because the stats at the end were the stats at the end. I mean, you got the first few seconds to pause, but essentially how this works out, I'll explain what the run was all about. I was trying to get the highest score as possible. Well, not highest score, but I was trying to get a good positive score with the Demon Queen ending, or Lord of Darkness, whatever you want to call it. I forgot what it's actually called, but for Regeneration, I was trying to get a positive score, and as you saw, my stats were a bit high. Definitely could be better. I made some mistakes here and there. I could definitely be optimized a bit more if I want to go for positive score, but it took a lot of errantry. So there are I think three main parts to it. Yes, obviously defeating the God of War is not important, but it makes the run easier, doing it as soon as possible. So kind of a War God strat, but you don't actually care about Sin as much. So the first part of it is, yes, doing a lot of errantries, whether that's to get gold, whether that's to get items to improve your stats, just for a temporary or permanent. I still have a lot of black scales. I guess I should actually show you, so that's what the timestamps are going to be for. But I do have a lot of black scales in inventory, but it's not a necessity. Then after that, doing errantries, taking a lot of classes to improve, obviously, magic and fighter reputation. For those who don't know, you need at least 300 fighting reputation, 200 magical reputation, and 500 plus sin, and then you're automatically locked in, despite what the fortune teller may tell you. So that's the general requirement for the Queen of Darkness ending. I'm dubbing it this version-ish of a positive score, the Mother of Darkness ending, because with high enough stats, your score can be positive. I don't know what the exact calculation is in Regeneration, but if it's near the exact same as Refined, then essentially you get a big score reduction for getting this particular ending in general. So yeah, also, before this there was a textual bug on screen, but it's not showing now as I'm recording, so... But I do want to kind of report that if anyone is listening to this video, there is kind of a textual bug on screen where the text from the UI, as you're looking at your daughter in the main screen, shows up here on the ending, but it's not showing up right now. I guess because I just loaded the game just to see this ending again. But again, for the most part, trying to get a high score, or a higher score, even with the Princess of Darkness ending, you'll see, or the Queen of Darkness ending. I don't know what to call it. Future Jordan will figure that out. But you can definitely get a positive score. The question is how high. I would like to say you can definitely push 1,000 plus points, but in general, getting this ending, you might have near 0 or actually negative, depending, because apparently it's supposed to be minus 1,000 for getting this ending. I don't know if that's on top of the Sin point reduction itself, because Sin apparently reduces your score by on a 1-to-1 ratio, whereas every other stat reduces your, as we see the CG here, increases your score by 1 point per 8 in your stat. There are several stats, but again, I don't know the calculation for sure, because when I tried to put in the calculation I was familiar with, the score did not add up. So again, you can pause at the beginning if you want to see the stats I had. They were. I should actually put the background, or maybe Future Jordan will put a graphic on screen near the end of this video, so we'll see what Future Jordan decides to do. But otherwise, yeah, this is the ending we get. Your daughter becomes the ruler of the underworld. Not really any other changes to the ending itself, despite having higher stats elsewhere. So really, it's just meant to be not a bad ending, but an ending that ends negatively towards your, story-wise. But at the same time, I mean, lore-wise, maybe it's for the best, because as opposed to Lucifer, your daughter is doing a thing. Also, there's a very specific bug here too, if you can see my mouse, where this used to say, this says daughter. I think it's only when you're looking at it through the CG endings, or the CG screen. But as our goddess Patron here goes over the summary of what happened. Yeah, this is easily fixable with a year's time. And I have, again, upwards of 20,000 gold, so I could definitely just lowered Sin a bunch and then done the church job a bunch of times for about a year, and that usually lowers down. One period of working at the church will usually lower your Sin by about 20 per, which means 60 per month, and yeah. in near a year's time, my sin will go from 500 to the bottom. But if we're talking about maximizing our points, and I guess the stats are here as well, but you don't see the birth date. You can kind of tell what the birth date is based on... No, everything shows here. Never mind. I don't need to show it. Future Jordan would just put timestamp. We'll just put timestamps. But again, just some management, not completely optimal. I was just doing this run as a test. Took a bunch of my time, so I didn't even have time to do anything else. But as I go for 100% achievements, yeah, I'll do what I can. So yeah, these are the stats I had. To look at the screen, 500 plus sin for the ending on top of 300 fighting reputation and 200 magical reputation, which I definitely break. I think I could have also... Definitely could have gotten over 500 for all, but again, karma / sin endings take precedence right over the artist, and then artist takes over everything else for whatever reason. Also, I didn't even know that I had a 100% relationship with Father. I pretty much didn't spend any free time. Here are my points, 615 points. But I feel if I had to put money down, I'm pretty sure you can break 1,000 points with this ending, regardless of the ending subtraction. So I'm struggling in real life, as we're probably going to hit the end screen here, and I'll just have to be happy with what I get. But just wanted to make this quick video to at least report on my experience here as we return to, or we go through the credits here. But really, we can just stop at the main menu and be happy with that. So yeah, without further ado, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to do that. If you want to support me, feel free to do that as well. That's all I wanted to do for this video, and I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye!